Oh, what is up, folks? Welcome back to another episode of my Nights into Jerusalem playthrough. In the last episode, we took Provence, which of course is a valuable province within Genoa, giving us over 50% control here of 42 ducats. Feels good, and hopefully accumulating more and more going into the future. We also basically 100%ed the Ottomans here, taking 88.8% over extension. Now, that has reduced just a touch, tiny bit there with my absolutism being taken. But this episode, I'm looking forward to actually stating this up, making it our capital, which apparently is only going to cost 200. Still, it's expensive, unfortunately. But I can't do that while we actually have unrest there. So, yeah. I think, the unrest is mostly caused by overextension. Maybe if we station troops there, that's enough to do that. But if I am able to make that our capital, then we can chuck our Asian provinces back into our trading companies, and that's going to start building us some splendor. But it's pretty slow here because obviously I'd like to take yearly absolutism. I'd also like to take the 5% admin efficiency and the harsh treatment cost, all of which really good. Yeah, but I was thinking about it, guys, and the fact that we lost that stability last episode due to a random event, it was pretty timely, actually, because in order to have the court and country disaster fire, you need one unrest. And you can see here, even with the massive amount of overextension, we're very stable. And the obvious way to basically proc this is going to be when my ruler dies and we lose another stability. Basically, stability does 2 unrest. So we can see here that if I was overextended more and we lost the stability, we would need 50 absolutism to be at war, and it would actually fire. So I can't complain, but yeah, otherwise, hoping that this coalition departs, because otherwise, if that's not the case, I have to be really opportunistic and declare these wars right when the truce comes up, which may be exactly what I have to do. Yep. So, do I have a royal marriage with Hungary? I do. I'm actually going to go ahead and break my alliance with Hungary here in order to try to have my truce diminish over time. We might get gobbled up by Austria or something. Oh, Austria doesn't desire the promises. The reason is because of the off chances of us being able to PU him, but the other thing is, as the Ottomans begin to decline, guys, we might, like I spoke about before, see Hungary one way or another cleaning these up, even if it's just simply due to rebels. Okay, the truce just came up here, so... Well, that's obnoxious. That doesn't seem right somehow. He joined the coalition there, but my truce was up with him and I couldn't declare war. That's not fair. You guys saw that, right? I had truce and he joined the coalition. I'm sad. I'm sad. I guess no war for us. In 3 years' time, we can attack him. That would actually probably shorten our truce with the Ottomans if we did that, but I don't know who exactly would help us in an offensive war there. We could, I suppose, fight the coalition if we could call everybody in. If there was a really wise person to declare on. Looks like the Commonwealth would help us. I don't know if Spain has a truce with him. Why would that destabilize Spain to attack Morocco? What? That seems unusual. Either way, guys, last episode, of course, our economy improving by leaps and bounds. paying off all of our debt and rooting out about 2 corruption throughout the course of the last episode. Feeling really, really good about that. And we can see here, even with overextension and our corruption on rooting out max, we're gaining almost 10 ducats. Freaky. Uh-oh. This should be a very easy war, thank goodness. Commonwealth has a little bit of debt, guys, and I'm worried about them not backing us up. I mean, maybe I should re-ally Hungary for that reason. Okay, I will. Even his little army that he has could make the difference in terms of fighting the coalition, so let's do it. Being at war, though, means I cannot change my capital city. God dang it. We can walk over to here, though. So I will definitely consider piecing out Denmark here ASAP as his enthusiasm diminishes. Crap. Milan's truce is 4 years' time. So hopefully we can smash him before he joins the coalition, and otherwise, yeah, hopefully the coalition goes away. Hungary hates me now because of those shenanigans. Let's improve relations with him rather than doing nothing. And I think I might have to gear up to go smash somebody in Asia, guys, like this. That might be the move right now because, yeah, I think it is time I can build some transports. That's the priority in my opinion. The transports, just so I can get around. But we seem to be economically sound enough to do that. If I can just get to the point in which our corruption has gone away with, we're going to be making like 30 plus ducats a month. It's going to be insane. If our order passes away, we're not going to be excommunicated, which will be really nice. I would really look forward to that. Flip. What's going on down here? Yeah, so in order to get the court and country disaster to fire, we need 50 absolutism, guys, which is going to take a long time. To actually reach. This is stressing me out. Uh-oh. Losing money here all of a sudden. It just occurred to me, I don't know, man, maybe, I mean, we need transports, dude. I bloody need transports. Maybe... Tauranga is the highest development in New Zealand, I think, with 13, which is quite massive. Universities. It would be such a shame to build universities of all things before anything else, like as the first buildings were built in a long time. But it might have to be the play, man. I need that splendor. We're like capped out on prestige, which is really nice, and we don't have anything to do with it. If we can call Austria into a war, I can take Umbria from the Pope. That's interesting. That costs 34. If we could get the harsh treatment, man, that'd be all the way down to 12. That'd be so nice. We could spam the crap out of it. Is Genoa the best place to collect? I think so. Definitely seems that way. Something definitely worsened our economy, but corruption is really getting more and more nearer to 0. It's about to go drop under 1, and by rooting it out at full speed, it's definitely going to have an effect. Coring up the Ottoman lands so quickly feels good. That's going to improve our economy when our corruption goes away. But I'm stressing, guys. I'm stressing. We need to spend our admin somewhere. I'm about to drop 200 in province by making it our capital. Is there still unrest here? Once we core up the land, there'll be no unrest there. So hopefully I can peace out Denmark and do that in a timely fashion. I can't believe that was BS. They joined the coalition. I'm sad. Yeah, it looks like in 2 years' time we can 100% in Milan. But hello coalition. Seems quite sensible though. And if I do take Ferrara and Milan itself, we could definitely potentially just collect in Venice. That potentially could be the best place for our merchant. Okay, can you piece me out, Denmark? Please? I'll keep an eye on his enthusiasm, obviously. And if the trust is an issue here with the Commonwealth, we've got favors to spend improving our trust. Alright, 26 transports. That's something. It's enough to move one of our stacks around at this stage, but I'd really like more than that, honestly. And somehow, I didn't expect that. Our economy has worsened even more, despite we just lost 88 overextension. Okay. A little bit weird. Corruption's almost gone, though. So, how big is the Ottoman rebel stack? That's something we need to fight. This is so frustrating. Can I please get peace? Because I don't have the troops to spare. I want to keep them here so that there's no unrest in province. Oh, interesting. It's probably stupid to lose stability intentionally. But I thought about it, because it will help us get the court and country disaster. We've got time to do that anyway. I need 50 absolutism, which we're a long ways away from getting. This is obviously in Arabia. Oh, no, I'm wrong. Okay, walk up here. $42. If I could unify my stacks, that would be easy enough to handle. But I'm gonna need some time to do that. There it is. There it is. The sweet, sweet money. Wow. Feels good, man. 34 ducats a month. So here's hoping this episode can be nice and satisfying economically. Now, how much is it to build a university? It costs 300 ducats. Okay, I know that I can raid around this region. I shouldn't have explored, but I need to be able to colonize this area as well if I want to. We can see that the west coast, west coast. Excuse me, I thought my brain fused for a second there. Something didn't go right. It's untouched, as it happens at the moment. Perhaps not going to be the case for very long. Here is the moment of truth. What is wrong? What? Because of separatism? Around the country? You can't move your capital? Okay. I guess if you just have unrest in general, you can't move the capital? God dang it. Alright, let's automatically transport over here, kill these rebels. Ugh, I didn't realize that. So I'm going to be taking this, high income, for the construction cost reduction, but I might as well milk it for all it's worth and not drop it until I have the money to build the buildings. Now, universities help us with development, so question is there anywhere that I'm really going to develop going into the future? Definitely could be the case. It's basically Greece, honestly. It's basically Greece, like here. I could do Turkey as well, because those are the two accepted cultures. Probably help if you had a general here, monk. Ugh, at least we have a lot of manpower. It's quite costly, but haha. Okay, rebels dealt with. I guess you need to take the provinces back. And there we go, high income. So, universities in Macedonia. I need 5. Yeah, I should definitely consider building universities in these 2 provinces. That one in particular. But Edirne is not the worst place. There's only grain there, though. This is not the worst place either. We don't accept the culture, so it is a little bit wasted. Speaking of which, I could accept culture of Egyptian. I'm never going to convert it up. Could build a university in Alexandria. With those spices there, if we develop that later. Okay, it feels bad, man. It's not often that I feel bad about getting stability, but yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of our stability eventually. We can do that no problem by just cancelling royal marriages or something. So it's nice in the meantime. Back up to 3 stability. Can I please change my capital now? There we go. 200 cost. And thank goodness for the fact that we now can add our Asian territory to a trade company. Thank goodness. Get these trade companies, which obviously are achieving nothing more at the moment than... That's not a trade company region. Yes, fulfilling that. So we're gaining splendor now, at least. That's something. Feels good. Little bit of splendor there, and the universities will be coming along here. We're just waiting for the cash, so theoretically it takes us about 10 months to get the amount that we need to build the universities, so it's going to take a little while to do that. And then yeah, we keep having expenses. It's quite sad, we keep finding expenses, but oh dude, this is so painful not having anywhere to spend my admin points. We can attack Milan fairly soon. That's exactly what I intend to do. This coalition is real nasty, dude. It's delaying me. I hope the same thing doesn't happen with Milan. We better be able to attack them, or else we're in trouble. One expense we have is accepting colonialism, which is becoming cheaper and cheaper. But right now I'm dumping all of my money into these universities, which do very little for us, whereas some of these have a payoff, you know? Like that. That would really give us a nice payoff. Economically, he's at war. Thank goodness, dude. This is some BS. This is triggering me, dude. Okay, I can go raid these areas, so let's do that. These nations being intrusive, that's really something else. They joined the coalition before I can do anything about it. Makes me sad. Okay. Now at the end of the month it should go away. There it is. Okay. Let's do it. We're going to take a huge chunk of land. Which is probably going to make the coalition worse, but we got to spend that admin, it's more important. Really got to watch this ship, which is going to be quite tedious. Oh, and I think I can raid up here now. Let's do that before it's kind of too late. Okay, Milan outtakes us. He's got a bit of general. Shoot. I gotta be careful. Austria will take our occupations. Oh, I've already committed. Well, there you go. In the highlands there. Getting -2 to rolls, but that was a pretty good battle. Yep, typical. This is rough, man. Every time. trying to raid that stuff. Okay. Universities, don't delay. Now, cloth is pretty valuable, but it also reduces the development cost. So it's a really nice place to build universities, in my opinion, to further reduce the development cost. You can get the cloth provinces up really high in development, you know, assuming that you're willing to develop them. And it's not exactly my priority, but we may find ourselves developing provinces. Okay. Really? Wow. The development is so high in these areas. War score cost is so high. Somehow that doesn't seem like much. I was thinking if we take these two and then conquer Venice, if he drops out of the coalition, our influence in the Venetian region will be massive. But yeah, I don't know, not so much. Get raided, Ragusa. Ragusa? Ryuku. You fool. This here is my land. Give me my money. Austria is pretty unhappy with us. Let's improve relations with him. This is so brutal following this around raiding everything. Like the tedium, I mean. Alright, so I think we can go up to there. That's been converted, is it? No, it's done. Cool. Alright, fighting in the mountains, but Austria's coming to back us up. It's going to be worth. Okay, we've done that area. So he just got stack wiped. Now I decided to call Austria in to make this swift because he is going to take our occupations, which makes me kind of hesitate, but we can't get all the occupations anyway that I desire, so it's whatever. Like, we can only take hardly any provinces. There's not sort of a perfect peace offer here, regardless. So let's just get this war done ASAP. Austria's already showed his kind of worth here. Okay. University here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So at a glance, I'm not sure where else. This is a really nice province in Antioch, and it's cool for the theme to get it back up to kind of its glory. But the problem is that Syrian is not doing much for us, and you know, it's not the worst group ever, but ultimately it's not the best. Regardless, Cairo is just so high developed that it doesn't matter what we do. Yeah, it's my preference to not develop provinces. I don't think you should develop provinces which are, you know, not accept the culture. You can obviously do it, but it doesn't seem the smartest to me. The most sensible thing ever. So, how much has this developed? Okay. Alright, I think we'll do it in the Silk province there, but I have to wait till it's converted. Oh, Milan is such a high fort level now. Brutal. Yeah, developing that is also a center of coastal center of trade. So if it did happen to get developed, that would help out in that regard. Now I'm going to make sure these are all my occupations except for Ferrara, I think. He gave that to me. No, Verona. Alright. So we can do that no problem. Giving us a ridiculous amount of aggressive expansion. So we're basically playing in the dynamic of kill nations before the truce timer comes up, lol. Or as it comes up. So the Mamluks are probably next. This gives us a place to spend some of our admin points. Yeah, let's get some absolutism, I guess, to make it more, a little bit more economic. But I'm only doing it in the most efficient places that cost 33. Like that. And yeah, I should start hiring troops and more navy. I'm going to go send one stack out to the east. We're going to go all the way around. To here. And we can genuinely get a good trading company up in this region if we smash this nation, which is something I plan to do. That's somewhere we can spend our admin points, as he's not in the coalition yet. So, speaking of coalition, I wonder how bad this is going to be here. After taking that, like, damn. Jerusalem, Jerusalemite Near East. Sweet. This will one day be unified. So I need a Commonwealth, Habsburg Queen if we were to, you know, PU him, but there we go, too late. It's all about the weak claims, man. It's definitely all about the weak claims. In terms of getting PUs. Spain's higher ranked than us. This is something I'm kind of keeping in mind, guys. Obviously, it's because the main reason is because he's accepted global trade, whereas we haven't. But it's really worth keeping in mind because I want him to kind of be invalid rival here pretty quickly. It's going to be a long time coming. But if he was an invalid rival, I would feel really comfortable about maintaining him as a non-rival, let's put it that way, after breaking our alliance with him. Okay, let's use this building modifier that we have for ages to make smart investments here. I think it's going to be much smarter to build some of these buildings, which will begin to pay themselves off before we just rush into building manufactories. I've really got to jam the manufactories up big time by 1650. Definitely help us if we spawn manufacturers in our country. Now, in 2 years' time, the Mamluk truce will come up. His diplomacy is pretty whack. Nice, we can pull Hormaz out of the coalition. And nobody's actually joined the coalition, nice. Even with that tremendous amount of land that we took. Oh, speak of the devil. Papal State joining. Okay, I seem to have forgot that we're raiding. seem to have forgotten. And hopefully we can keep a larger navy out here now, which can do a better job raiding. So hopefully that kind of inefficiency is a thing of the past. Now, there we go. We actually build the universities faster thanks to that modifier as well. So there we go, even more splendor. Now, this will obviously finish before the end of the age, but it's going to take some time to get that 40 force limit. This is a pretty good time to state something up because I've got quite some admin here. So, Mecca, yeah, I don't know about that. That's our highest region. However, there's no reason not to state up a big Turkish province like that, especially one that's going to improve our collecting in Constantinople. Let's do it. We are reforming the Roman Empire, lads. Feels good, man. It's amazing how we can 100% the Ottomans like that. Buzzes me out sometimes. God dang it, dude. Can you raid? I'm beginning to drop the ball so hard that I'm getting confused, like either what we have raided and what we have not raided. Ugh. Alexandria. See, I don't even know if I've rated these up or not. Okay, we have... Now, I think... Are we losing this? We better not be losing this. Why is our attrition so high? We went... I guess we didn't go by that. Okay. Seems that we can raid around India as well. And why don't I use the large fleet to do it? Make sure we're getting all of our stuff here. If I don't lose my large fleet, okay, we're good. We're good. Phew. Interesting. Declares war on Venice. So Venice is out of the coalition after our truce comes up. Interesting. Now, this is really low. How about we upgrade ships? I'll definitely consider upgrading these ships here because these heavies, I mean, it's hard to tell what this guy's navy looks like unless I go into the ledger. Oh, jeez. Yeah, his navy's no joke. God dang it, he's got 9 heavy ships. Huh. Oh, well, that's a problem. I wonder if I'll be able to get over. It's going to be really awkward if I can't get over to him. I'm going to be really sad. Now, this guy, Switzerland, is inside the coalition as well, so nice. We're going to get Nuremberg, Venice, and Switzerland out of the coalition by fighting this war. That's pretty cool. Definitely worth our time. Yes! Sucker! Sucker! Mwahaha! 2 tick ahead of him. Much less than I would like, honestly, but I'd like to be way ahead of him, but still, it's good stuff. And he's only got 1 fort there. Beautiful. So we're making almost 40 ducats a month and climbing. Gonna keep making these investments. Alright, how about we do something like this and then go just defeat him. I'm interested to see how much overextension his whole country is going to give us. Perhaps too much. Yep. War score cost is too high. Okay, it's not overextension, it's war score cost. So that's the only coastal center here. So that will do us just fine. Hmm. I'm wondering if we can make it so that I can afford another, there we go, province in that region. Sweet. That's what we're looking for. Just trying to spend our admin here, guys, as I have 6 in admin and focusing at getting 13 a month, which is just beautiful. What? Same day shenanigans? Don't do this to me, game. Now, are we safe here in this war? Seems like it. I mean, they have the same amount of infantry as the stack and their whole combined forces, and I can see Austria's got a larger stack than us, so given time, we should be all good. Macedonia. What's up with the Ottomans, even when we took these, like, years ago, not building even a basic marketplace? What's up with that? Or here? I mean, 2 wars ago, what, in like 1590 or something, we took this. Like, why would you not have a marketplace? What's up with that? You trolling me, bro? The Ottomans are so dumb. It doesn't seem right somehow. But we're kind of getting to the homeward stretch, guys, of, you know, this game. We're finally making it to a point where it's not so painful. But with that being said, we're yet to determine. I mean, some people leaving comments acting like I've already PU'd Spain and France. I think the likelihood that we could claim their throne is pretty high, but it's 1620, guys. It's about defeating them. It's not just about claiming the throne, it's about defeating them in what might be a truce break war, which is going to be extremely painful. In terms of aggressive expansion and stuff, we basically quickly here need to become so powerful that sort of no amount of aggressive expansion is enough to stop us. Is this Philippines? Oh, it is, okay. For a second I was like, what? They added, you know, a trading company to Australia or something? Seems similar color at a distance. So this costs us exactly 100. In fact, it's too much. Alright, but with more harsh treatment here, we should be okay. Should cost 100-ish. War score. So we're going to have a big stack of Milanese rebels. Hopefully the Austrians will help us clean it up, considering it's right here and we're helping them out. We're at war with each other. We can't really gain any of the other bonuses, can we? It's basically just potential for a large army, which will happen eventually. But it's going to take quite some time. I'm thinking about 100%ing this guy with having inferior navy. I mean, it seems quite challenging. Oh, perhaps we will have our excommunication appealed by France. That would be nice of him if he did that. I know I can raid up here. I'm kind of nervous about pulling my navy out though. Well, they're avoiding us. Cool. For now. He's going somewhere. Okay, we did a good job considering our undetected units there. Kind of winning that naval battle even though I retreated. Dude, why did the war score increase here? I don't understand. The war score cost. It's really annoying. Alright, so I think our papal influence is pretty valuable to us right now. Because if I'm excommunicated, I'm gaining it really slowly. But still, it's like we've never fallen below our maximum sailors, so that's pretty cool. I should try to let him out, I suggest. Yeah, then let's smash him again. I mean, 91 war score. That looks pretty good. There it is. Beauty, mate. Give me that. Oops. Thankfully, we're not overextended for very long here. We are overextended though, which is quite upsetting, especially if these rebels spawn right now, which they're pretty much going to do. It feels bad, man. Mamlukian rebels. So, let's build some transports. Which will have to do us for now. Alright. I know these are repairing a bit still, but now that we're at peace out here, let's go raid. And we can be confident that we're getting the full extent of the wealth that we can raid now with this fleet. Feels real nice. Alright, I'm going to chill a little bit with the workshops now, as unless they're in very strategic locations, they're basically not going to pay themselves off any longer. I'm sorry to say, before the end of the game. But I mean, a lot of those were a considerable amount of money if we add them up, and then add the fact that we also, you know, we'll build manufactories on top of it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Truce time. Uh-oh. He's going to join the coalition. Yep. God dang it. God dang it. I should have had an emissary available. That was a fail. God dang it, dude. Flip. Flip. I'm sad. I basically have to keep expanding into Asia, it seems like. I'm kind of stressing that, oh, one of my colonists is back. I didn't realize. Crap. I'm stressing that one of these Europeans is going to start colonizing Australia. It's always annoying when that happens, but once this colony finishes, we officially have claim on it. But often even that doesn't seem to deter them very much. They just don't care about the sore relations with the Papal State. Make him that bank though, man. Feels good. It's kind of cool how our capital's changed a lot. I mean, Rhodes is 25 development, Jerusalem's 23. We benefited from that capital bonus in both of those areas. So I am going to build workshops in these areas, which I potentially will develop, even though they don't give us much, just so that there is an immediate reward for doing that. Yeah, so I might drop a colonist down in an area just to give us Holy War CB against, for example, Brunei. That kind of thing. We kind of have to dodge these tributaries. It's a bit early. But yeah, trying to get ourselves so powerful that coalitions are no big deal to us. And I should definitely start saving to accept global trade. I think that's probably the best use of my money. So it's all about that navy and saving up for global trade. I can't believe I balls that up though. We should already be fighting the Ottomans. That's sad. So I'm going to have to be a bit slippery here. West Africa is definitely an option. East Africa, rather. Wait. Yeah, okay. I just hadn't discovered that nation when I clicked on it. This is definitely an option. Out here. West Africa is an option as well. That's Flanders. I was hoping to come through Morocco. Flanders blocked me out, you jerk. God dang it. I could actually claim land here. I might do it. If I made 3 claims like that, that's not too little development, but it would give me CB to go straight in here. Yep. I might do that. Either way, guys, that's it for this episode, guys. I'm sad. See, the Mamelukes is probably, he's pretty strong. I was thinking if we could keep the Mamelukes out and keep these nations out and keep expanding, the coalition would diminish. I'd say there is somewhat likelihood that the coalition will begin to diminish anyway, but yeah, quite unlikely. But it's really, really massive money. Look at that, 40 ducats, dude. In the last couple decades, we have come really far, and I'm hoping for this to continue, this theme of prosperity going into oblivion, into the future, into infinity, and just yeah, conquering the world, because there's a long way to go, a long way to go. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next episode where we continue.